Gamers, welcome. We're going to be testing in this one the Ottoman new unit, which is called Cavalry Archers, and how it interacts in Feudal, Castle, and Imperial versus different units. And then we're going to be testing the new Grenadiers. They are changed a little bit, more on that later. I don't want to explain everything now. We'll do it as we go. In a jiffy, we got Corvinus, the elite gamer here to help us out. Now, the Ottoman Vizier point has been reworked, so I guess I'll quickly go through that. I went through it in my patch notes, but if you're here watching now, let me actually move it like this so you guys can see. So now there's 4 times 3 Vizier points, so there's 4 different levels. And in order to access this level, you need to put 1 point here. In order to access this, you need to put 1 point here, and so on and so forth. So the first 3 are unchanged. This is unchanged. This enables you to build the cavalry archers. So in order to start making them, you need to get this Vizier point first. This one is, the description I think is bugged. But I think what it does is increases the, equips your garrison unit with crossbows, increasing damage by 2 versus heavy units. So if you put 15 villagers in TC, they will not shoot arrows, they're going to shoot crossbows that do 2 bonus damage. So it's not like a literal crossbow, it's just bonus damage. This has been changed. So you used to have a Vizier point that gives your military school 25% production speed. And there was one that allows you to train Janissaries and Lancers for military schools. Now those 2 are 1 Vizier point. So I guess a buff. You got this one, which is the same Janissary company. And then you have Pax Ottomana, which is actually crazy good. It boosts your villager production for 50% for 4 minutes. Now, the interesting thing is, you have another row here. This is the same. This is the same, I think. And then this one allows you to make a Great Bombard. And I have tested this. You are able, okay, this is very important. You are able to get Great Bombard in Feudal Age. Very unlikely, right? Because in order to get to the 4th Vizier point, you're going to need to fight like 30-35 minutes full on Feudal with the enemy. So very unlikely, but it is possible. And obviously it's possible to get it in Castle. Yeah, technically you can do it in Dark Age, right? If you really want to. But you're probably not going to do it in real game. And the stats are lowered if you get it. You can get it around 20 minutes. Okay. This is something I still have to test, but people are saying you can get it around 20 minutes, the Great Bombard. Okay, that's pretty crazy. But it's just 1, right? So it can die to cavalry or something like that. The Istanbul Imperial Palace did receive a buff, right? Indirect buff by adding all these. This landmark is a lot better because you get more experience and you get 3 more points. So right now, let's say I'm playing a game, right? A normal game without this. What would I go? I would probably go sheep, let's say, villager mining speed and 10 sheep. This is a rough one already because the archers are really good, the horse archers, but you also want to get +1 military school. So you kind of want both of those at a point. I would imagine you want this as well. And then you definitely want this because it is crazy amount of villagers. So I would say that would be the standard, like sheep, this, and then this. But then you miss out on getting a free bombard. You miss out on some of these other ones with the crossbow garrison thing. So if you want to get all of those, you would have to go for this landmark, which is something I like, and I like that they changed it that way. Timariots or Timarites, I don't know how to pronounce it. We get that shit, and now you can make them in archer range. And they cost 100 wood, 100 food, and 80 wood, so they do not cost gold. Now, these units, I think, are going to be absolutely nuts. I might be wrong about this, but they have 8 damage per hit. Let me get the upgrades as well. They have 8 damage per hit, 9 with +1, and they do 2 burst attacks, and it looks like this. So they kind of shoot twice. So why is this kind of crazy? They have 0-0 armor, but they move at a... Let me actually move them away from the Mekter. They move at a speed of 175. They have a 2.62 attack speed, 4.5 tile range, but they are very microable. So, can you bring 2 knights to the middle if you don't mind? So this is without Mekter, by the way. Just bring 2 knights to the middle and just move on to me. So this is a feudal knight that has upgrades, right? It has all the blacksmith upgrades. So this is what the interaction looks like. They do a lot of damage to a knight, right? Like, this is a lot of damage. And you can just run till they run out of the thing, and then you can just kite them and do damage to them as you will. Because you have a higher movement speed than a knight. So these units can actually farm knights, which is kind of wild. And they... Oh, I'm kind of fucking up the animation. But they are doing a lot of damage to knights. Obviously, they don't have a lot of health, but if you just let them hit, right? There is no other unit in Feudal Age that will do... yeah, you need to wait a little bit more. I realize that. So if you do this, it only shoots once. You kind of have to let them... You see that? You have to let them for like 0.23 seconds to get the second shot off, which I was kind of fucking up. The point is, they are very, very, very strong. And I can see the Ottoman Feudal Age aggro being a thing again. And you just fight until you unlock them, and then you just switch full military production into them plus Sipahi maybe? Because can you bring some, I don't know, like 8 spearmen, 10 spearmen, whatever? Now, horsemen do have 188 speed, so horsemen will counter these guys because they can actually catch up and they don't have a lot of health, so horsemen will be able to do 19 damage per hit on them, and they only got 95 health. But if you're playing against spearmen, or if you're playing against any infantry, you can just outrun them and outkite them, right? Like, look how much damage they're doing. Right? So that's kind of wild. Now, can you get them from military school? Yes, you can. So you can get them from military schools in Feudal Age. You don't need any secret upgrade or anything like that. So, not only they're very good at raiding, right? They can butcher villagers pretty easily. I mean, they got fucking 9 damage per hit. If villager has +1 ranged armor, right? That means you will be hitting villager for 16 damage per hit, which is quite big. So, technically, what do you need? You need 4 of these to one-shot a villager. So, yeah, they're going to be very good for raiding. They're going to be very good against any infantry. They're not going to be good for against horsemen. They don't have a lot of range, so the archers do outrange them, but they will be very strong raiding unit. And I'm quite curious to see how exactly this is going to play out. Maybe you're going to want to avoid fighting in Feudal against Ottoman, just so you wouldn't give them Vizier point. But here we go. I'm going to use 4 of these. Again, very, very strong. And these do not cost gold. They cost wood and food. So, yeah. We'll see. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how the timings are going to work out. But I am a bit worried about these. Right? That's all I'm going to say. I'm a bit worried. I'm not saying they're going to be broken. You do need to get 2 Vizier points. But I am a bit worried. That's all I'm going to say. One thing I wanted to do is, if you have the Mechter with movement speed... Why am I not getting movement speed? Are they not supposed to get movement speed as well? No movement speed either. Okay, that's bug too. So, if you're going for some kind of strategy, you could also open with Mechter for 50% movement speed and then go them, and then they will outrun horses too. Something to think about. Mechter requires Vizier point? Yes, I believe it or not, I did know that. I do play this game a little bit here and there. So this is another Vizier point. Let's get, whatever, doesn't matter. Let's get this. Let's get another Vizier point just so I can show you guys something. Great Bombard, boom, and there's the Great Bombard in Feudal Age. So, can you bring that clump of archers, Corvus? Please? So they do, the Great Bombard does have less stats than the Imperial Bombard, but it still does 55 damage and 120 bonus versus infantry. So, this is what that looks like. And we're gonna shoot right there. Apparently, Sassy Corvinus said you can get this at 20 minutes into the game in Feudal Age, but there you go. It is obviously very strong, but at the same time, it is one bombard, and that's a whole Vizier point you're giving up. So, it might come very handy, but who knows, right? Alright. Let's age up Corvinus and let's get all the castle upgrades. So I'm gonna get Istanbul. So these guys went from, I just got +2, so they went from 9 damage, 95 health, 2.62 attack speed, to 105 health, 262 attack speed, 4.5 range, and 12 damage now. So their damage got increased from 8+1 to 10+2. Which means they only got 2 damage buff. Can you bring knights? I want to see now damage versus knights. Just bring 2 knights again. And then some spearmen as well. So these are the castle version of them. Kind of interesting how they trade out. Yeah, I mean, they still do a lot of damage, right? Let's not beat around the bush. Obviously, you're not going to tank knights in this situation, right? You would either have spearmen tanking or something, or you would just not let yourself be hit, or you would have enough of them to one-shot knights. So I think these guys are going to be very good. And I think what these guys might be used is... whenever you're playing against Castle Rush civs into knights, you can actually go, instead of going Janissaries or crossbows or spearmen, you can actually go veteran cavalry archer mass to try to counter knights, because you can pick them off, right? You won't be able to chase them down, but you can have a very easy time defending things, and then you can counter raid as well, which is quite big. Do you outrun horsemen? No, you don't. But with the Mechter Vizier point, you do, I think. So, yeah. All right, let's go to Imperial. Let me get into Istanbul Observatory. And let me just get all the upgrades. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that. That. And now... they have... wait, they got 182 health now. What the fuck? They got double the health almost from Castle to Imperial? That's kind of wild. And they do two siege damage with incendiary arrows, but they also shoot twice there. That's interesting to know. They do 19 damage now, and you can get silk bowstrings, which also increases your mounted archer range by +1. So they should go up to 5.5 tiles. Yep, they have 5.5 tiles, so this is their ultimate stats, I guess, if you want. So, can you bring me 2 knights and bring me some spearmen? So this is what archer versus spearman interaction looks like. Yeah. I gotta say, they're very microable. So you see what I'm doing here? They're moving very well. Do you know how Mangudai are like terrible? Oh my god! What the fuck? This knight is health. What the fuck? This knight got 400 health almost. Wait. That's a royal blood knight. Royal knight with bloodlines. You 2-shot them with 10? Damn. That's wild. Can you bring a mango now? Bring me like different siege. That's crazy. Look at this. Bro, what the fuck? Yeah, these are crazy. These are very, very crazy. I want to see them versus Siege. Damn, that's fucking nuts. Wait, can you also make 5 men-at-arms? Okay, so Rams probably can't do much. Mangado, I think you one-shot it with this. Oh, you don't? I mean, you can still kill it pretty easily. Damn! Yeah, these guys are gonna get nerfed. I cannot see them get nerfed. I want to see men at arm. There's no way these guys don't get nerfed, I think. Holy shit! Wait, what? Let me try with 6. 8? Bro. You're overlooking the fact you already have 3 university upgrades? I can do the same thing without the range upgrade, though. And to be fair, in order for them to do this much damage, you only need 1. Right? You only need incendiary arrows. The other one gives you HP and the third one gives you range, which are not needed to do this much damage. I think they're crazy. I think the craziest thing is not that they're doing this much damage, it's the fact that they don't cost gold. I'm trying to think, what is there another unit in the game that deals this much damage and it doesn't cost gold? There's not, right? Camel Archer? Yeah, but guys, you do realize that this unit has 38 damage, right? You guys realize that? 38 damage per hit. Did they overlook this? They do more damage than Hand Cannoneer. That's crazy. I think these guys are gonna get nerfed, for sure. I think they're way too good. Like, I think they're way too good. Like, I think the problem is... So, okay, let me explain this. A raiding unit is a Mangudai, okay? What is the weakness of Mangudai? The weakness of Mangudai is main fights. Okay? Because they don't have a lot of health, they have low range, and they don't have that high damage to make a huge impact straight away. Because they have lower damage but higher attack speed, so a lot of armored units do well versus them. These guys have high mobility, HP is not low, 182 is not low, right? And they have not only great raiding damage, that they can kite, and they can do main fights. 38 damage, I mean, even with 8 armor on a unit, they're still gonna do a fuck ton of damage per hit. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but their movement is very good. So, a lot of the cavalry, look what I'm doing right now. Do you see how they're turning? They have very low attack speed, bro. That doesn't matter. What are you talking about? Who cares about attack speed when you're kiting? It doesn't matter at all. Hand Cannoneers got low attack speed, and they're the most broken unit in the game. 2.212. These have a little bit more, or a little bit slower, but they're cavalry. Like, it's crazy. So, I don't know if they've done something specific with this, but if you guys ever used Mangudai, Mangudai are terrible to micro. I don't know what the fuck devs did with them, but Mangudai are like getting stuck on each other. They're like taking a year to... They like, if you try to turn them, they do this. Instead of just turning, they go like this. But these guys, if you tell them to turn, they just turn. I'm actually gonna mention this to devs. Like, horsemen are also very buggy. Very, very buggy. 10 versus 10? Okay. Without Mekter? I'll do without Mekter. Pretty sure with Mekter is just an auto win. Yeah, I'm not full HP, but I don't think it matters. Go. I'm pretty sure the archers will win. Okay. Those units had 0 health, by the way. Pick that with it. Three units were on 0 health, so they all got an extra shot. The fact that this is the result, to me, is crazy. This is a gold unit. And this is a wood food unit. I think that's what bothers me the most in this, is that they don't cost gold. Which is the problem, I think, in all this. Another thing is like horse archers. So a lot of people obviously are going to compare these to horse archers, right? Horse archers do way less damage, first of all. Second, horse archers are pretty bad in castle compared to Imperial. But then when you're Imperial, you have Streltsy, which are way better for straight up fights, right? You would only make horse archers when you run out of gold or something, right? But you don't make horse archers into castle and then transition into Imperial and then you upgrade them. That doesn't ever happen. But these guys are good in Age 2, Age 3, and Age 4, and they can be used for main battles and raiding. And you would still make these even though you have Janissaries, because they're different units, right? They're used differently. Very interesting. I do think they're probably too strong though. But I guess we'll see. Like, even if you don't produce these in feudal, if you put your military schools on cavalry, archers, and then you produce just like normal archers and spearmen or sipahi, you're still gonna get very good value. Let's go, Grenadiers. Game number 2 coming between Beastyqt and Corvinus, and we're gonna see Jushi Legacy versus Mongol. So, for those that are unaware, what happened with Jushi Legacy, specifically Grenadiers, almost said Bombardiers, specifically Grenadiers. So Jushi Legacy has few changes. They have an upgrade for cavalry that gives them 20% attack speed that we're gonna try. They have new tech, hard case bombs, Grenadiers +2 damage versus light infantry, and available in Castle Age. Now, what the biggest thing is this right here. So, usually Grenadiers need like a time to do this. Now, it's 0 seconds. So, that means they're a lot more microable. Okay, so here's the new upgrade. Dali Horses increases the attack speed of cavalry units by 20%. Yeah. Let's get to Castle. 75, 175. Let's make that. So, the first thing to check is this. So, attack speed of a horseman is 175. Knight is 15. If we upgrade this, the attack speed of a horseman is 156, and knight is 135. Can you make one knight? Ah, you have Keshiks, they're kick doubling. Never mind. I kind of want to see the attack speed of this thing. Just give me make a Keshik. I just want to see the attack speed. 135 attack speed. Ooh. 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 That life steal though. 20% attack speed on knights in castle is really good. I think Jushi might turn out to be like a castle rush civ into mass knights to gain map control, and with this upgrade you will beat out pretty much every knight versus knight except maybe mounted samurais. So that's gonna be pretty good, and also Imperial Knights are gonna be very strong. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so Grenadiers, like I said, are now available in Castle Age. They are expensive as fuck. Let's not beat around the bush. They cost 120, 60, 60. But let's see how good they are. 10 damage, 15 versus buildings. Okay, give me some men-at-arms. You get all the upgrades in blacksmith too. And bring those men-at-arms over here. Let me give him a spanking. I didn't get the upgrade yet. Wait, what?
认真挺进，掷弹兵，您的命令十分明智，明智地决定，得令。这个命令毫无压力，我会服从命令，我会听从您的命令。掷弹兵开始动身。胜利，敌人已溃逃。
The thing is, I have seen this before. Some of us have seen this before. And I've seen this in the release of the game. For those that haven't played since the release, Grenadiers were the most broken units by far. Okay? What is the wait, so what's the correct upgrade, Corvinus? Is it the one on the website or is it the one in the game? The one on the website has different thing. What does this one do? Units receive 15% ranged and melee damage. What the fuck? Hell nah. Wait. Bro, what the fuck? That's crazy. Okay, come here. Let me beat your ass real quick. What the fuck? Why did he shoot in the trees? Oh, that was a fat shot right there. Trying to see if I can cancel the animation. Okay, let's see. Come here. Ooh, that's a lot. Wait, there's no way I can beat that. I mean, you know what the thing is? Like, they're support unit, right? They're supposed to debuff the enemy stuff. But on their own, they're fucking killing everything. By the way, I'm gonna show something. Can you bring a building closer to me, Corvinus? So again, a lot of people don't know this because they haven't played when Grenadiers were a thing. But Grenadiers are basically doing siege damage. So they're doing. And this is Castle, by the way. We're in Castle. We're not Imperial. Okay. Look at this. 20 Grenadiers. Well, their attack speed is nuts. 162. Wait, can you make 30 men-at-arms? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, this upgrade is like a support unit upgrade, but a reality is like just massing Grenadiers is actually sick. Okay, just aim move onto me. I'm just not even gonna kite. I'm just gonna 20 Grenadiers versus 30 men-at-arms. You can try against horsemen? I'm pretty sure they're gonna beat horsemen too. And you know what the thing is about this upgrade? Is this scales into the late game, right? So in the late game, the units do more damage. So the units are gonna receive more 15% more damage from ranged and melee attacks. And Grenadiers are gonna be even stronger. Can we go to Imperial? So if I go imp and I go Ming Dynasty.
Beastie laugh, beastie laugh.
Wait, their damage doesn't get increased? Oh no, it's +3, okay. So if we go Ming Dynasty, can I get anything here? No, right? I can get this. So gunpowder units got +1 range, so now they have 4 range. Like this, they have what, 3? Yeah, so if you get this, they can have 1 more range. That's crazy. Get university upgrade? University upgrade doesn't give them anything, no? Yeah, the university upgrade doesn't give them anything. They, China and Jushi have chemistry automatically. But chemistry doesn't affect... Wait, does it affect it? Yeah, because it was 12 plus 3, right? Chemistry says only on siege engines? I know, but where did I get the 1 attack from? Okay, let me do that. Let me go to Yuan Dynasty. They should lose this, right? Oh, I didn't know that's how it works. So if you change the dynasty, you don't lose stats? Now they have 12 damage. Interesting. But yeah, like I said, at the start of the game, we have experienced Mass Grenadier. I remember I had a game on Mongolian Heights. Was it against Viper, maybe? And I remember he had like a bunch of siege. He had like fucking lancers back then from Mongol. He had like archers, and I made like 60 grenadiers, and I killed everything. I killed mangonels. I killed fucking. Can you make some siege as well? I want to show this to the people. You can kill keeps with this, by the way. Like, look, this has 1,500 HP, right? And this is without Ming Dynasty, right? So Ming would give me 4 more damage. Look at this. That's crazy. I love that. And now they got a little buff. Wait, do you debuff the... You don't debuff the... Let me see. You don't debuff the... You don't debuff the buildings, and you don't debuff the siege. That's important to note with this thing. The siege doesn't have it, so it only works on units. Living units. Yeah, there it is. Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. People are gonna miss the old Great Bombard. Yeah, I mean, I feel like in 4A4, like in low leagues, people are probably just gonna still get hit by mangonels, you know? They're gonna be like this. They're gonna be like this. This is a keep, and they go like this. And then the fucking mangonel just hits here and kills everything. Shoot me with Nest of D's. This is the low league game. Ready? This is a low league game. Shoot me with Nest of D's, Corvus. This is a low league game. I'm gonna kill that town center. Fuck! Alright, cool stuff. Thank you for testing with me, Corvinus. I appreciate it. Those are the Otto Chad and Jushi Legacy changes. I'm excited to see how these perform in actual games, and I'm excited to see how Knights do in Imperial with 20% attack speed buff and new biology that gives you 30% HP. So that's gonna be pretty wild to see. Look at that, 351. Wait, if I do, oh my god, Jushi Legacy is gonna be crazy with this. Where is it? 20% cavalry damage, and now your lancers do 38 damage with 138 attack speed. Love that. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Check me out on Twitch or Pro Live right now. The next video we're going to be doing is testing the Malian changes. Twitch gamers, keep going.